Cheap here, bringing you the melodious sounds of KOTOR. What's up, guys? You didn't suggest a planet for me to go to, so my master plan is going to be to chit-chat with people. But first, just to double check. Alright. Each required is Jedi defense, that's it. Which I have. Alright, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like a major drawback of that, since apparently like there's in-depth information hidden on all the items.
You want?
Calm down. No
You
war
want
stories.
another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant
being
republic
creepy.
has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
Yeah, where did you fight this
We
time?
were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond.
It's a picosecond.
It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
Oh. Also, yeah, this is just going to be like chat with people time. It's probably going to be a short episode, to be honest, because I have no idea where to go.
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other. Just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it. Something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
What did happen next?
Rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire.
Sweet!
Thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed.
That's like the best defense mechanism I've ever fathomed.
We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything
I don't know
that
what it
wants to
was.
commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is.
Dang.
You don't want to overload yourself on stims. Otherwise, you might destroy your adrenal system. A real warrior knows his own limits and doesn't overestimate himself. There anything else you need?
Huh.
Your choice. Yeah, what do you want? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size.
Oh, jeez.
That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan.
Sweet.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
Yeah, you're a great warrior.
Their ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice.
Let's see if he's got one more for us. Probably not.
I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors in adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We razed whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake, but the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice.
Oh. What do you mean?
Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition.
But killing people is wrong. Jeez. Could have found another way?
I have no time or patience for
Okay,
cowards.
sorry.
They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later.
Yeah, how they redeem themselves.
When Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know?
I want all the war stories. I have no idea what he said at the end. I clicked.
Yeah, what
I'm sorry.
do you want?
Aww.
Your choice.
Alright. You might have just said his regular thing. Oh jeez, I have to play Find the People. Alright. He's over there. Yeah, we'll just make a weird loop. Hi Sasha, what up?
Mucho shaka.
She looked like she stopped breathing for a second. She laughing?
Dong abuk shami no nok. Mucho shaka. Mucho shaka.
She just said that.
Mucho shaka. Dong abuk shami no nok. Selima wanga kunbitkin. Kipona. Bonanak. Selima wanga kunbitkin.
Clicked the wrong thing there. I think I almost kicked her off our ship. Alright, no one's in here. You think the old guy would be in the room with all the beds. Hi Tima, how you doing? Beep 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 whoop. Aw. Alright, so there's timing on that. Zalbar, I'm sure we've got tales. Something to say about yourself? free. Yeah, I'm sorry we can't stay longer. Aw. Yeah, why'd you take the sword? Gotta be that pro Wookiee leader.
How may I be of
I
assistance?
never know what to
you?
say to Zalbar.
What
Yeah,
is
can we
it
talk?
you would like to speak to me about?
You passed.
I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating.
Giggity?
They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Yeah, what do you
Those
mean?
Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to
Oh,
us,
snap.
they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Damn straight, I do look that's the answer in my heart. Yeah, they're
I
not
know
gods.
that. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What
The
happened?
Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations. Of course it was. They took their
Was that bad was the
frustration
answer
and
I
hate
picked.
on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
Yeah, it's alright.
No, it is not. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
By later, do you mean immediately?
Yes. What is it?
Something wrong?
I have been bothered by something of late. I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Are you hitting on me?
I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine.
What are you
Taris.
saying?
It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your
Oh.
precious Bastilla. Taris, my homeworld.
Oh, snap.
If it were
Sorry.
not for you and Bastilla, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastilla. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood.
Let's go with
Just
but.
let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
On yourself. Let's say I'm sorry.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
Now, where do we think she lived on Terrace? Because there's a lot of places on Terrace. And do we think she was at the very, very bottom area? Or do we think she was higher? Like, clearly not top society, but like maybe the in-betweener area? I don't know. I have questions. It'll be alright.
Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task, it will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now.
Honey, I don't think your plan getting blown up is trivial.
Yes.
Is something
I
wrong?
was remembering Taris. No, it's all right. I think I'm over the worst of it. I apologize again for lashing out at you. It was not your fault.
Oh no, I totally blew that up.
A horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated.
Okay,
Living
so she was
for
in Lower
years in a
City.
place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from
Oh
the upper
wow, she was all
levels,
the way down there.
and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
Wee creaky chair. How did you survive?
My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
Hold on. Who? The people living down there with the raccoons get taxed? Are you kidding me?
And
No
of
one help you?
course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every
Bleh.
once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Yay! You know, in my heart, I want to say 3. Okay.
The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I suppose I see something of her in you when I look. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one.
She's got a
Sometimes
crush.
I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
On a ship? Yeah, where'd they flee from?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
You think I can save a galaxy. Also, I thought this was going to be a short episode. Maybe not.
What is it you would like to speak to me about? I have
Thinking
been
about-
thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate.
How are things different now? No. Talk about your
In
people.
truth, I have lived in the Republic too long, and I know little. I never met any others of my race other than my parents. But we are not diplomats. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you.
Yay, we can be relied on. It's not because I haven't found out how to ditch you yet. Unless you hold me in higher guard. We are all in this together. Let's go with the buddy-buddy one.
Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Aw, we accept her.
How may I be of...
Can we talk?
What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Alright, so we have chat away. Zabot does not talk much. Whoops. Here, I'll make it up to you. I mean, I guess I kind of understand why they don't have, like, giant things as Albert talking, because that would take 5 hours. But at the same time, I'm also kind of surprised they don't. Alright, there's you. Let's go chat with Mission.
Hey there, what can I do for you? All I know
So,
is
wait, really?
I'd like to speak to Griff myself. If we have time, I'd like to go talk to the Zerker Corp rep on Tatooine and see what he has to say about where my brother is now.
We have a couple things saying to go to Tatooine, don't we? She wants to go to Tatooine. I believe Bastila wants to go there. Maybe at the very end of this episode, we'll just go ahead and go to Tatooine. Alright, which one of you do I want to deal with less? Let's just get Carter
Yes,
over with.
what's on your mind? Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
You were born out of the loop.
Left
Yeah, I don't
out of the
understand.
loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know
Oh,
what the
gosh.
Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Tatooine for training. Isn't that strange? And why is that?
There
You're
we
a
go.
great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
Screw it, let's be honest with him.
What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
I'm telling you what I know, homie. Calm down.
And what does that mean? Is this more of that destiny garbage that the Jedi keep talking about? Well, that can't be it. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
We'll just see
first
about
one.
that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget
Yeah.
I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Somebody told me that he's a romance option. Why?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Why would you romance him?
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important. It's just, I feel a bit useless. I mean, I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
You are a pilot, though.
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Yes.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes
Oh
more
my
than
gosh,
once.
Karth.
I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology? Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Karth
Yes,
might be
what's
less
on
of a
your mind?
douche.
You got it.
Alright, I guess we're done with Karth.
How can I help?
Alright. Do you want to talk?
Sorry. I'm just thinking about my mother. It's strange to hear news after all this time. It's quite distracting.
Also,
Should
I'm
we
sorry
have
for the case of
opportunity,
sniffles
I
I
would like
have.
to find her on Tatooine. There's only one small colony there. It should not be difficult. It's not that I look forward to seeing her. I just can't help but wonder what she wants. But perhaps we have better things to do.
Alright, that's all we got from her. Screen's probably gonna go black in about 5 seconds. Because we're gonna go to another planet. We're gonna go Tatooine. Jawa, sand people, there's deserts and canyons. It's beautiful. Actually. I would kinda like to go sell to him. And maybe try. Okay, yeah. My screen just turned black, so yours is probably going to too, because they have to do cutscenes for leaving planets. There's a ship moving. That's all you're missing. Nice trees, some birds. Not like detail birds, like in the background, little upside down W birds. Alright, planet looks pretty, kind of like a greenish blue marble. Not quite teal though. Lighter colors. And that is my summary of a cutscene. For a second it looked like Karth was taking a drink of something. You should not do that while control panels. That's how you accidentally set off all of the nuclear warheads. Which reminds me, like, a few days ago, I was watching Jim Sterling, like, watching through all of the Jimpressions. And there was, like, an apocalypse taco truck game where a scientist set off all of the nuclear warheads. All of them. And it was amazing. Like, at first I was like, how do you do that? And then 2 seconds later it answered me, and I was like, oh, he just set his coffee down. On a button. Yeah, it happens all the time, really. Sniffle, sniffle. Hey, nerds. Bye, nerds. I have to try to find my way off the ship. Blue line. Blue line. Going for the blue line. Yeah. Wait, anyone? Sure, why not? Cut side flickering out of the corner of my eye. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. Doesn't seem too bad though. Really? I gotta go through 3 doors to get to you. I'm not killing it.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Tichuba Jikotka Naga, Kingbu
Oh, you know, stuff. Oh, hey, plays Bazak.
Ki Mulira
Alright, show sell list. Might be here a while. Build 2 of those. Honestly, I don't think those are going to get used, but I want to have at least like one of everything. You know what? I don't need vibro plates if I have vibro swords. I have so many lightsabers. None of the crystals I want. You're just selling one. Calm down. Let's sell the regular blaster pistols. Because we have a lot of blaster pistols. Yet again, I was told to never use the rifles, so sell that. Plus I can buy them back if need be. Oh, those count as rifles. Interesting. Yes. Yes again. I wish the one guy could wear that. You know what? We're not using stealth, so I'm gonna sell... I only need one of those anyways. I'll sell one of each of these, so I have like one of everything. I'm selling those because I never use them. Alright, to the buy list. 10,000. I could buy that light exoskeleton. I could wear the crap out of that light exoskeleton. That's upgradable. Yeah, I'm buying the light exoskeleton. I can afford it. I'm probably gonna get yelled at for this, but... yeah. Well, I'm wearing the Jedi armor, which gives me... that looks good. Alright, guys. Master plan. We're probably gonna go to Tatooine next, but I'm gonna save and log out here. Making sure I actually have enough. Let me know if I should buy the light exoskeleton and wear it instead of the dark Jedi robes. Or the Sith robes, or whatever they're called. Anyways, yeah, I want input on that. Because I don't want to get yelled at for spending literally all of my money. Where are we? Alright. You know what? Let's play Pizzat. Let's play. Oh, I forgot I got more cards. Get you in there. Alright, everything is plus or minus. I don't know if I should keep that 6 or not. You know what? There. And turn, it can't bust me. Yep, we're staying right there. Dang it, we tied. Alright, we gotta tie him or not. Alright. So far, we're still evenly tied, but he's used more cards than me, which might be a good thing. Let's stand. Alright, tied again. He's almost out of cards, though. That was a tough call. Are you kidding me? I'm not giving you another one. It just gave him a 20. Yeah. I gotta keep going. Yeah, stand with a 19. Alright, it's RNG now, guys. Let's stand with that 18. Kidding me? You need another perfect 20? Okay, right. I finally got a win. Oh no.
Ichuta, kakin
Ah.
ki muli. Ichut ki kakin.
Hey, you think I lost credits? Alright, let's try again. Also, just quick F4 so I can F5 after. I like the deck setup we had. Just to have these a bit more orderly, because I have minor OCD. I have minor enough OCD to where it just bothers me. It's not like it's the end of my life. Unless I'm stressed, and then it's the end of my life. Alright, we gotta take care of it. Well, you know what? Yeah. Eventually I'll click that OK button. You think I should take another card? Guys, I don't know. Let's make it 19. Ah, you suck. By the way, could you imagine, like, doing this without saves coming? You'd lose all your money in, like, 5 turns. Alright. Game's not necessarily on my side, but it's not being as cruel as it was last time. Alright. Alright, some of the time. Alright, now we won't be spending all of the credits. We have a little bit left. We don't have to gamble. Which save are we on? We're on shopping. Anyways, yeah, let me know if you think I should buy that suit, and we're probably gonna go tattooing next. And hey, I managed to get a full 40-minute episode out of talking to people and shopping. I'm sure it was enthralling for all of you. Bye!